Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. The message I heard is you're pretty. Whew, y'all, I can't say. I was so happy to have that boot. I was so happy to have that boot off my foot. Even though, you know what I'm saying, it was it wasn't stopping me much, but at the same time, it is so frustrating to walk in the boot. It is annoying. But anywho, the scripture comes from Jubilees 37 and 24. And when Jacob saw he was so evilly disposed towards him with all his heart and with all his soul as to slay him, and that he had come springing like the wild boar which comes on the spear that pierces and kills it, and does not recoil from it, then he spoke to his own and to his servants that they should attack him and all his companions. So here's the message. Somebody is you have to deal with people continuously trying to attack you, continuously trying to come after you, continuously starting having problems with you and beefing with you because you're pretty. Like, because you're pretty, because of how you look. And the craziest thing about this is I feel like this is something that you cannot control. You know what I'm saying? You can't help the way you were born. Now, obviously, sometimes, people are able to alter their looks by using makeup and, having surgery and doing all kinds of other things. And it's not to say that it's anything, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but I am being real to say this is not something that you can control. This is something that you can't help. It's not a situation where, just because not all of a sudden you are, the worst person in the world just because you decide that you gon', if you feel like you want to get this fixed or that fixed, even though I personally, me and my personal beliefs don't feel as though you should have to get anything fixed about yourself, and that God makes us exactly the way he wants us to look. We're not supposed to look the same. We're not all supposed to look alike. We're not, that's just what it is. But when it comes down to it, there are certain people that feel like they don't like their nose, or they don't like this, or they don't like that, and they change these things. Do your thing. But I feel like when it comes down to it, when you are somebody, you were naturally born looking the way that you look. Your body was out, like, that's just how your body is. That's how you are shaped. That's genetics, your genetic code. You don't have no control over that. It's not a situation where, you know what I'm saying, and it's just like someone having hate in a heart towards you just because you look good, or just because you look the way that you look, or just because of the way that you were born. It's like they really don't have a reason to not like you. You know what I'm saying? It don't make any sense. And even when you add in the factor that if you wanted to, if you don't like something about yourself, you can change that. I mean, the only thing that you can't change is how old you are. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, and obviously, your biology, you know what I'm saying? Biology is biology. The way you were born, that's the way it is. Like, it don't matter if you know what I'm saying, change stuff up, it's still gonna be what it was. And you know what I'm saying? I just feel like when it comes down to it, it's not anybody's fault that you look the way that you look, and it's not, you know what I'm saying, specifically your fault that you are the way that you are. That's the way that God made you, and it's not fair for anybody to have a bias towards you, hate in their heart towards you just because you look a certain way. And that's the message. God said, and you have to be careful, because this is somebody that they have this scripture right here. This is somebody that has hate in their heart to such an extent that they want to attack you. They want to hurt you. They want to fight you. They want to physically cause you harm, because how dare you have the audacity to exist and be pretty? How dare you have the audacity to exist and have been born the way that you were born, looking the way that you look? This is something that you don't have no control over. This is just simply God's work. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Glory to God that you know what I'm saying, that you are beautiful. But at the same time, it ain't right for somebody to feel like they got to figure out some kind of way to cause you harm. They got to figure out some kind of way to take you down a few notches. Because, how dare you be pretty, and how dare you be this, and how dare, baby, go ahead and say this is somebody. In reality, their problem isn't even with you, it's with themselves, because typically when people feel some kind of way about somebody else just based off of how they look, it's an insecurity that they have. You know what I'm saying? And once again, we live in a world today where you can get surgery. If you feel, if you know what I'm saying, if you to such an extent of, insecure to such an extent that you feel like you have to hurt, and you want to like you actually want to physically hurt and cause, someone that you feel like they look better than you to be deceased, I, you could always go and get surgery so that you can fix yourself. Or, you know what I'm saying, even though I feel like even when it comes down to the Snow White kind of vibes, when, you know what I'm saying, you looking in the mirror and you want to be the prettiest person in the world, baby, it's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be somebody that you're gonna meet, then you're gonna be like, they're just too pretty. It's always gonna be somebody that you're gonna meet and you're gonna find them attractive, or you may feel some kind of way because of the way that they shaped, or because of this, or because of that. I just feel like this is somebody that really needs to go see a therapist, you know what I'm saying, and work out those insecurity issues. Because it's like, what I'm lost for words, because I don't understand, you know what I'm saying? Because even though I know I'm not the prettiest person in the world, I know I don't have the best body in the world, but I'm also not the kind of person where I find myself being jealous of someone and hating on someone and feeling some kind of way about them because they got this, they got that, they look like this, they do. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? They got what they got and I got what I got, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's the message. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's just somebody that's hating for no reason. They jealous for no reason. They feel some kind of way. And they always trying to wish harm. They always trying to send curses. They always trying to manipulate situations. They try to gather other people together to hate you as well. Because in this scripture, he spoke to his own and to his servants so they could attack him. So this is someone that they want to gather as many people as they can to hate you too. Just because of how you look. This is something that you cannot change. This is something that you cannot control. You cannot help that you are beautiful. You cannot help that you shape the way you are. You cannot help certain things about yourself. Now, if you know what I'm saying, want to make it better, and you want to get you a surgery, or you want to do this beauty treatments, or you want to do this and the third, like, more power to you. And, even with that, I know that there's women, baby, somebody don't want me to say this. Some women refrain from doing this here because they know that they will end up having so much hate just by simply improving themselves. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that will literally be mean to, and I'm thinking about that movie that I was watching. Was it Melina? I think it was something Melina or something like that. It was something where the lady, she was really pretty, and her husband was out fighting the war, and all the people in the little town assumed that she was a single woman, a single beautiful woman, and they was just so mean to her. They bullied her, they shunned her, they treated her like she was a problem. They made a rumor saying she was sleeping with all the men when she wasn't. They acted as if she was trying to take somebody's man when she wasn't even looking at the men. And they all gathered together and jumped her and cut all her hair off. And then when her husband came back, they were, you know what I'm saying, feeling like, oh, she's married? Oh. Nobody took out the time, effort, or energy to even ask her. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's how some people are. They be filled with hate and anger just by the way that you look. You know what I'm saying? Now, there are some people that, in their lady position that would go ahead and dress down and, you know what I'm saying, they would, wear big clothes and they going to do this and they going to do that because they don't want nobody to feel no kind of way. Why in the world should you wear things you don't want to wear? Look, you know what I'm saying, deliberately wear things that you know don't look good on you. Deliberately be dressing in an ugly way and not doing your hair and not fixing up your face, you know what I'm saying, regardless if you want to wear lip gloss, makeup, whatever it is, things that make you happy, things that, you know what I'm saying, you love to do just so that somebody else can be happy with themselves. I just feel like some people be beside themselves be beside themselves, expecting, like, this is, I just feel like it's the kind of person, they want you to down yo, they want you to, you need to calm that down a little bit. You need to tone that down a little bit. You ain't just got to get dressed every day. And you ain't just got to do your hair every day. And you ain't just got to get your nail done. You ain't just got to this. You ain't just got to that. But in reality, what you do with your body, with your time, with your effort, the way that you dress and how you live your life don't have nothing to do with them. That's their own insecurity, and it don't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? The same people, they will do all of that. You know what I'm saying? And still feel some kind of way. And I just feel like that's the kind of vibe. This is somebody, when it really comes down to it, it don't even mean that they ugly. It don't. It just means that they have a problem with you not being ugly. They have a problem with you looking the way that you look. They have a problem with you. And it really stimulates from the problems that they have within themselves. And that's the message. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes down to it, even if it was a situation where this person feel like every time y'all go out, you are getting attention, or you're getting this, or that's happening, and this is happening, that's happening. They are highlighting, you know what I'm saying? In some instances, God says they exaggerate what you have going on, and it is exaggerated because they are too focused on you. They are so focused on you, they can't even see what they got going on for themselves. They so worried about what you got going on. They so worried about trying to outdo you. Because if they can outdo you, then that means that they're better. But in reality, nobody is better than the other. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like it's nonsense. It really is. This is somebody that they just beside themselves. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's too much. It is. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's a miserable life to live. You know what I'm saying? Living your life in such a way where you are so insecure and you always think somebody is prettier than you. And you always got to try to gather people together to get on that person and to talk about that person. And you got to convince people to hate that person and convince people to be mean to that person. And meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like for whoever this is for, you just living your life. Whatever it is they doing, you don't even pay it no mind. You don't pay it no attention. You know what I'm saying? I know me personally, if it's a situation where I'm friends with somebody and we cool and we good and we supposed to be besties or whatever, and you allow somebody else to convince you off of miscellaneous nonsense that you need to hate me and you need to be mean to me and now you need to be difficult towards me, baby, you let me know. We don't need to be friends. We never should have been friends in the first place, because that's not how real friends act, and that's not what real friends do. So if you got that going on, no, baby, we don't need to be friends. We sure don't. We don't need to be cool. And thank you for showing your true colors. And that's real. I'm serious. Thank you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. No, you can't be on my team. We can't be besties. We can't be cool. We can't be friends. And you sitting up here listening to what any and everybody got to say about me, and you taking that to heart, and you know what? They right. I need to do this, and I need to do that, and I need to try to do this to her, and I need to do that to her, and now we gonna do this, and now we gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Just to even think about what this is like someone that is gathering together their own little clique of mean girls so that they could attack somebody and harass somebody. That is wicked. And for anybody to even think to themselves, you know what, that's a good idea, they are also wicked. Just as wicked as the person that started it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real. And I just feel like when it comes down to it, whoever this is about, you are not affected by this in any shape, form, or fashion, because whoever these people are that be listening to this person and they take what they say and run with it, you don't want to be friends with them no way. Why would you want to be friends with people that think like this here? Why would you even want to be associated with people that think like this? That behave in such a, this is such a childish and manner. No. How could you be friends with somebody that's insecure to such an extent that they would literally make somebody else's life a living HE double hockey sticks just because how dare they have been born the way that they were born? You got to think about that. And it's a difference between somebody that's just born looking the way that they look and somebody that spent thousands to look a certain way. That's sad. We live in a sad world, baby. But anyways, that's the message. And you know, whoever this is for, you don't even have to do nothing to this person for them to deal with their judgment, because their judgment is literally them putting forth so much effort to try to make you feel insecure, and to try to make you sad, and to try to make you this and try to make you that, and you literally just carry on living your life like nothing happened. You don't even care. Whatever it is that they doing don't even affect you. Meanwhile, they are the one that is miserable. They trying so hard to make you miserable. Meanwhile, you was just as happy and peaceful and pleasant and not even worried about them. Anywho, that's the message, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.